Hey there, Derek Rydall here, and I want to talk about today's topic, what's in the way is the way. And this is a really, really important topic because we're often doing a lot of work that we do, praying, meditating, affirming, personal growth work, success strategies, to try to avoid obstacles, to try to eradicate or eliminate challenge. And what you have to understand is that there are certain things that are fragile. A wine glass, if you knock it over, it breaks. It doesn't get better by challenging it, right? It breaks. And there's certain things like a plastic cup. You knock it over, challenge it, it doesn't break, but it also doesn't get better. But there are other things, living organisms particularly, that require challenge in order to pull more out of them. Like the jack pine that needs a forest fire in order for it to crack open its serotinous, to melt the serotinous glue and open up its seed pods and release the progeny and open up the canopy and reveal more light. Certain plants need rough, rocky soil to activate enzymes that develop thick, hardy bark so it can thrive in its particular climate. So what's in the way is the way. When you go to the gym, what's in the way? All of these heavy weights. They're not easy. It's going to tear muscle. It's going to be hard. And probably a trainer that's telling you to drop and give me 20 and pushing you through. That's all an obstacle to your comfort, to your convenience, to your ease, right? But you go there to be challenged. What about going to school? Do you go to the school? Is everything just lined up for you and it's a piece of cake? No. If you go to a good school and have a great teacher, they're going to challenge you. They're going to be in your way at every step. They're supporting you, but they're putting obstacles. Here's a harder problem. I don't know the answer. That's not a problem. That's an opportunity. That's going to make you get stronger, make you get smarter. If the weight is too heavy, you don't pray that the weight gets lighter. You pray to get stronger. If the goal is too far out of the reach, you don't pray to bring it closer or try to shift goals. You pray that your reach gets longer. Everything that you come up against, every challenge, every obstacle, every problem is literally showing up for you to pull more out, for you to get better, for you to get smarter, for you to get stronger. And not really to get it, but to activate it, to access it, and to allow more of it to emerge. The only reason for a goal from the soul's level is, and that's why it has to be a goal that scares you or stretches you, because it has to pull more of you out. At the end of the day, the end of the year, the end of a lifetime, the only thing that the soul cares about is not how many possessions you have, but how much more possession of yourself do you have. And obstacles and problems and challenges pull that out. It's not, you're not being nice or good to yourself or to anybody else to remove challenge. If you were raised where your parents tried to prevent all germs from getting in your way, as if, oh, I don't want my kid to get sick and don't play in the dirt and that's bad for you, that's not helpful, that's hurtful. Because now that information from all those germs isn't getting into your immune system, and your immune system will be weak, it'll be compromised, you'll get sick more often. You get it? So wherever you're trying to mitigate challenge, wherever there's a challenge and you're thinking that means, God, why have you forsaken me? Or that somehow life is against you, or that it's bad karma. No, it's not happening to you. It's happening for you, to call more through you and from you. Now this is self-evident, like you resonate with this, right? But I really want to drill this in. I want you to remember it. And I want you to look at one area right now where it really feels like something's in the way. It really feels like somebody or something is blocking you, stopping you. And I want you to ask a question. Who would I need to become for this to no longer be a problem? What quality of character or being would I need to develop or access or activate? And you can also ask, if I overcame that, who would I be then? And as you ask these questions sincerely, you'll see that there's a gap between where you are what you're thinking, how you're feeling, how you're being, what you're doing, versus who you'd be on the other side of that challenge. And the idea here is now reverse engineer that. You're not fighting the obstacle. You're using the obstacle as the opportunity to activate more of you, to show you where you need to get stronger, where you need to let go of something or embrace more of something. So as you identify those qualities, now you can make a real plan. You can make a real plan to activate and pull more out of you. Because understand, you're not really ever going to solve the problem. A problem is an emblem that exists at a certain frequency. Like ice exists below 32 degrees. No matter what you do about ice, as long as you're at 32 degrees, you're always going to have ice or the potential of ice. If you spray a bunch of hot water on it, it's just going to turn to more ice. But if you rise above 32 degrees, you don't get rid of the ice, you don't solve the problem, it dissolves. Because ice doesn't live there. And so when you evolve, your problems dissolve. And the problem is showing up to pull out that evolutionary impulse. It's showing up to pull you higher. And as you are pulled higher, because you do the work to become the individual that's bigger than the problem, that's stronger than the weight or the burden, then you haven't solved the problem. You've evolved to another frequency where that problem doesn't and can never live. And that's why Einstein eventually said, or said at one point, you can't solve a problem at the level of thinking that created it. And then later he said, arrows of hate are shot in my direction many times, but they cannot touch me because they come from a world that I no longer inhabit. He evolved, he grew. He didn't avoid the problem, he let the challenge grow him to the next level. He let the problem evolve him. That's your opportunity. What's in the way is the way. And the way is straight and the way is narrow. And few there be that follow it. This is your chance now. Look at your problems, ask what the opportunity is, ask how do I need to grow so that this is not a problem anymore, and ask who would I be on the other side of it. And then practice becoming that person. And I'll see you on the other side. Until then, remember to live authentically, love unconditionally, and follow your destiny.